Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my New York Fashion Week recap. So this year was actually my first year attending events around New York Fashion Week. Some years ago I did go to Lincoln Center and I got all dressed up and I interviewed some people outside who attended the shows. And, did the whole thing, like asked them what they were wearing. And I was, kind of highlighting the fashion of the show attendees. Now, if you guys, I may do a look back if you guys are interested in seeing that video. Let me know. I may actually do it. I'm thinking about it, but it's from many years ago. But this year I wanted to actually go to some events, be in the mix, get dressed up, get cute, because it only makes sense, okay? So I did my very best to find all of the free and open events that I could find. It took some digging. I had to do a whole lot of Googling, and a lot of it was asking around and some people sharing the events that they knew about with me. And that's pretty much how I gathered what I did. But also it didn't seem like there was a lot going on. I'm not sure if I just didn't know about it or I just couldn't find it, but it didn't seem like there were a lot of like fun events going on outside of the ones that I went to. So I went to 3 events. I didn't attend any shows, but the events that I went to were pretty cool. Yeah, the first event I went to was Revolve Gallery. It was pretty cool. I would say definitely check it out if you ever get a chance. If you're ever around the New York area and they do it again, definitely try to go. It's very, very cute. It's worth. I mean, if you're in the area and if you can swing it, it's worth stopping by for sure. But without further ado, I'll just let you guys see for yourselves. The gallery was really nice. It's definitely an experience you would want to check out if you ever get the chance. There were a number of different rooms, and each room was dedicated to a collection from a different brand or designer. The collections were showcased on mannequins and presented like an art exhibit. You had the opportunity to walk through the gallery, admire the collections, and take photos and capture content to your heart's desire. They really designed this with the fashionista in mind. And even outside of the clothing, the decor of each room emoted a different feel, mood, or style. Definitely a really beautiful experience overall. So it was mostly women's clothes, but there was this one room that had a couple men's pieces. Also some rooms that had like couches and seating areas, lounging areas where you could kind of take a break, have a snack, have a cocktail. They were giving out free cocktails in one of the rooms, and you could just kind of chill and hang out and chat and just take whatever time you needed to relax a little bit before like going through the rest of the gallery. So this was my favorite room. This is the Andrea Iyama collection, and I just love the decor with the neutrals and the plants and of course the mirrors. This was my outfit of the day. As you can see, I'm wearing my plaid Alice and Olivia skirt with a white mock neck top and white sneakers. I kept it cute and simple since I was going to be making multiple stops in the city, and I just didn't want to attempt that in heels. So after you go through all of the rooms in the gallery, the experience then lets out into this pop-up shop where you can actually purchase the pieces that you saw inside the gallery, along with some beauty and skincare items as well. One thing I really liked the decor, the arrangement, the whole thing was, I feel like the pop-up shop just kind of captured or emoted just like this mood. And so it was just really cool. I like how they displayed everything, how, the items, the pieces were merchandised and displayed. And it's just really nice. It was set up like a really nice boutique, which I tend to like. Alright, so since there was no standing room at the Alice and Olivia show, I decided to go to this Samsung event that was featuring Tenicka B, which was happening at the same time. Thankfully, they were really close to each other, so I could just run across the street. And it worked out. It couldn't have worked out any more perfectly. So I was doing my hardest, my darndest to avoid like talks during New York Fashion Week. I wanted to see some shows. I wanted to see something, or do something really fun and engaging, and interactive, I should say. But yeah, they didn't seem like there was a lot going on. But I did stop by the talk with Tenicka, which was really cool. I got to meet her. I got some pictures with her. They didn't come out very good, but you know, she was pretty nice. And yeah, the talk was also, you know, something like cool to sit in on and listen to. They also had like cocktails and past hors d'oeuvres, which makes everything better. So the space was also really cute too. So oh my gosh, I should have gotten I wish I'd gotten some footage of the audience. When I tell you, these girls, okay, these babes, like, I saw some really nice outfits and almost went into that, like, so who are you wearing? Can I get, like, I just want to get a video of your outfit. Let me, oh, yes, honey, love it. But I was like, girl, keep it cool. Keep it cool, okay? Like, chill. You can admire. So I just admired. Everyone looked really, really good. So that was cool.
Like a timeline, it doesn't have to have like specific like a rubric. It is whatever it is. Listen, y'all, I was on TikTok last week. I found rock TikTok. There's a man who gets 1 billion views every day. He's talking about rocks. Content. Yep. Yes. Content is whatever you make it. It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. Most days I am Kennedy's mom. Who is a 16-year-old who I just love and adore. And I always say she really freed me, and I really think about Black motherhood as a liberatory thing, and I grew up not believing that. But that is what I am most days. Some people might know me from the internet. I work on colorful content, especially fashion content, and I just show up online as a rich auntie.
Yeah!
You rich auntie, yes. Come on now.
You need a gold name plate because that is Tenicka boy.
You just realized
rich auntie.
Okay, so the last event that I went to was, all right guys, so I'm going to be honest with you. After Saturday alone, I was so like worn out. Like I was done. So between, we had also grabbed lunch, but I didn't really have, I didn't really have everything really ironed out or planned out. This was my first time attending events around New York Fashion Week or even attempting to see a show. And I was playing a lot of it by ear as well. So, you know, yeah. But I would say after Saturday alone, like I was done. It took so much out of me and I didn't even go see a show. Like, I don't know, but it took a lot out of me. For some reason, I was like, Sunday I rested and I was just chilling. But on Monday I did go to Essence Fashion House. And so that was a really nice event as well, really cool. They had food, they had drinks, they had, you know, all that stuff. So it was nice. It was nice. And it was packed. There was a lot of people. But thankfully they had 2 sessions. So if you couldn't make the first one, you could try to get into the second one. Or, pretty much go to whichever one works best with your schedule if you can make either of them work. So, yeah. So at Essence Fashion House, there was a series of panels featuring fashion content creators sharing their experiences and keys for success. Some of the speakers were the Yusufs and Janae of HighLowLuxxe.
She taught me that I really wanted to be in the luxury space. And since then, I've just kind of hopped from department to department, and I worked in like product development, marketing, sales, etc. Matters into our own hands. And kind of channeling our mother who inspired us, we kind of always knew that was an option. So we leaned into that, and over the last 5 years, we've just kind of, started doing things on our own terms, and it's been great since. Absolutely, how we've developed our brands all across social media, specifically TikTok, and we just thought that you'd be a great addition to this conversation because
because I'm an overthinker.
So the next question, ladies, is how do you deal with the politics of TikTok being a content creator?
Oh my God. When I think of politics, I think mainly, especially for everyone in this space, being a Black content creator is probably the biggest hurdle I've found, and also my age demographic and the people that follow me. So being true to myself.
I actually got to meet Janae, and she was really nice and very encouraging. Kalana Barfield was also one of the panelists, and she showcased her new collection that she did in collaboration with Target.
And I also didn't want it to be too dark, so I worked and worked and worked to kind of make it that perfect shade of blue. And even the buttons, I wanted the buttons to kind of have a vintage feel. I didn't want them to be too shiny, so we had to find the right buttons for it. But then I also care a lot about shapes, so I didn't want it to just be a basic, plain jean jacket. So it has kind of like this asymmetric detail that I think just makes it a little bit more interesting and elevates it. It can really, you can put it on and elevate any look.
Okay, so at the end of each panel, they opened up for questions from the audience, and like if you had a question and people had a question, they had them go up to actually up on the panel and like sit with them. So I had a question, right? So I'm the kind of person where if it's a subject matter that is important to me for some reason, either because I'm interested in it or I need the information for work or something, or it's information I need for my success. If I am unclear or I'm confused or something isn't clicking, or I'll even ask some questions just to make sure that I'm understanding. Excuse me. I'll ask some questions just to gain clarity or just to make sure that I'm properly understanding the information that is being shared. I will ask the question. Like, I am not going to be the person like, oh, I wanted to ask, what was it? No. Okay. So if I have a question, I'm going to ask it, and I had a question. Okay. So these gentlemen, they were talking about Web3, and that's a space that I know is growing right now, and they were urging people to really get into that space, and I'm like, okay, how do I do that? Like by doing what? Paint a picture for me. So yeah, I'm that. Not get into it. They specifically urged us to own a piece of Web3, and I'm like, what does that look like? I'm like, okay, I know what it's like looks like to own a part of Web2. How do you own part of Web3? So yeah, that was my question, and if you guys are interested in the answer, here it is.
Marketplace. Look at a coin that's successful, create one for your community, create one for LGBTQ, create one for the environmentalists, create one for whatever you care about, whatever your community represents, right? In a sense, just look at what's happening right now, what's being tested, and just create your own. Simple and plain. For starters.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, Azadon, Professor.
Alright guys, so that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to show some love in the comments, and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Also remember to turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Alright guys, until next time, bye.